Hi, I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. This week, still coming out here to the jetties. There's still been sheephead out here. That time of the spawn is starting to end, but they are still out here at the end of the jetties. Live shrimp has been the ticket. I've been using about a 1.5 ounce weight, just depending what that current's doing. There have been bull reds out here. There have been some pompano being caught out here also. There's been slot reds on both sides of the jetties. I've been catching more on the south side of the jetty, out here on these rocks in 14 to 20 foot of water. But there's been good fish all around these rock piles on the outside of the north jetty and on the inside. If you come right on this tip on the inside and work this 20 foot of water, there have been slot reds and bull reds first thing in the morning. As I come back in, I'll work all of this right through here. There have been some black drum holding out here. There's bigger black drum, plus there's some smaller drum, perfect size, 16 to 18s. So all the way back towards Port Aransas on both sides, there have been good fish. I've noticed that the trout spawn is on. All the trout I've been catching, they've had eggs in them. So the trout are also coming in pretty good right now. Just remember that limit went down to 3, and the slot size is 15 to 20 inches. With one over 30, that counts as your bag limit. Right up here on the old McDermott docks, up against these poles, first thing in the morning, there have been slot reds and still a few sheephead. A lot of small ones, but you can bang out your limits of sheephead out here still today. Out here in front of Fina Docks, I know they're still tearing out a lot of this structure, but there have been bull reds out here in front. For those of you that like to get that good pull first thing in the morning, there have been bull reds out here on cut bait, or live mullet has been the ticket. They are still working right here behind these houses, up against these docks. You cannot tie up to the docks, but if you got your spot lock, they're still catching good sheephead and black drum right here behind these houses, up against these pilings and rock piles. All this area around Port A, still holding good fish. We've got good water flow coming in, so the fish are coming in with it. The Menhaden is pretty thick all around Port Aransas right now. They're coming into the jetties. Those of you that like to cast net for Menhaden to have some bait for a later part of the year, this is the time. They're starting to come in, and you'll see them flipping. So you can catch your bait first thing in the mornings all around Port Aransas if that's what you like to do. If not, all the bait stands will have live, fresh Menhaden. All of this around Pelican, there's some rock piles that come out in this deeper water right through here. Speckled trout, free lining with live shrimp, or your favorite plastics has been working real well. As you come in, there's some rocks that right up on the bank. This is all good for sheephead and redfish right now. Sheephead bites fixing to turn off, but we're still catching them all along these rocks, any of these structures. Back here on the backside of this reef, be careful not to get on this reef, but if you come on the backside on a southeast wind, speckled trout and a few sheephead still hanging off all through here. These whales right behind Pelican, these bigger platforms and these smaller platforms out through here, we've been catching speckled trout on live shrimp. Small shrimp to mediums. It seems like I've been using just about a 16th ounce weight right on top of a number 3 Kell hook. Been working real well. But all these little platforms out here, we've been catching trout on them, so there's good areas to be caught. This grass bed right out here in front of East Flats, this is a good area first thing in the morning. Those of you that like to wade fish, there's a good area to target some good trout at first thing in the morning. As the sun comes up, then you can come in here and work these potholes. All these little potholes working through here on these flats and this little skinnier water. Redfish on cut mullet, live mullet, sea lice some mornings. Every day seems like it's a little bit different of what they want. Even shrimp, every once in a while, they'll take live shrimp. This area right here by the houses, these little cabins, black drum, later part of the day, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, you can kind of see them schools working back and forth in this deeper cut. It's like 4 foot right through here, so they'll get up on top, and if you don't spook them, you can use live shrimp or dead shrimp with the lead head or with a, smaller weight right on top of the hook. Works real well also. These areas coming back towards Flato. Well, I've been catching fish in Flato all back here around these little lakes and coves that come in, working this outside edge. First thing in the morning, live shrimp. As the sun comes up, then I kind of see the schools of black drum. There's other boats in there, so kind of be courteous and just work the edges. That's the main thing. If you got an anchor and you want to put out an anchor, that's great. This Flato cut's about 8 to 9 foot deep. And what I do is I kind of figure out where that edge is at, right where it drops off, place them baits right on that edge in them sand pockets, and been good fish all through here right now. Over here on Stedman's, depending which way that wind wants to blow, still getting little cool fronts in, but on a southeast wind, the Stedman's Reef is a good area to target redfish right now, mixed in with black drum. So this area right through here on this reef, try not to. You can get it pretty far up on this reef right here when the water's up, but there are good reds and black drum through here. The trout are starting to come in, and this area all through this flat right through here, you can either drift it or you can power pole down. You can use top waters, or you can use your favorite plastics under a popping cork. Good areas right through here. These little islands back on the backside of the ICW, all this right through here with live mullet or sea lice or even piggies. Good redfish all through these sand holes right through here, all the way down to Dagger on the outside Dagger. So all these little islands right through here, they're holding bait. The mullet's coming in, and all the way back here to George Clark's hole. But all this little area, black drum through here and mixed in with redfish, depending what bait you're using. So all these areas are good areas to target right now for redfish and black drum. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monte Graham.